Ports Authority is preparing for a transformative shift, with Managing Director Usman Jobate unveiling plans to convert the Port of Banjul into a real estate hub. This change, which will take effect following the completion of the Sanyang Deep-Sea Port, is, according to the GPA, part of its strategy to enhance trade and development opportunities for the Gambia. The development of the Sanyang Deep-Sea Port was formalized through a concessional agreement with Al Barak, one of Turkey's leading port investment companies, in June. This concession marks a significant step for the Gambia's maritime sector, aiming to elevate the country's competitiveness in cargo handling and trade logistics. Jobate explained the reasoning behind the repurposing the Port of Banjul. He noted that as a result of the concession with Al Barak, 75% of the port's current area will be transformed into a real estate, allowing the site to be used for commercial and residential purposes.
The 19 master plan was presented, and some of the ADB officials expressed keen interest in developing what came to be known as the integrated port city development. Their idea was that whilst the port is expanding, it should not affect the city in a negative way. Because you realize that most of the environmental concerns and the issues we will have in the city council, particularly with waste management, noise pollution, and traffic congestion, is as a result of the activity around the ferries and the port of Banjul. So there and then we developed a pilot project concept note, and this was signed jointly by the managing director of the port, myself, the mayor of Banjul City Council, Rohim Malik Lo, the chairman of KMC, Mr. Talib Bensouda, and the then chairman of West Coast Region, Mr. Song. So we signed a joint request, and when it was sent to African Development Bank, within 3 months, they released a grant funding of 3 million euros to government to develop this integrated port city master plan. And one of the results I can say that came out of that funding was there was a mapping exercise that was done, and this zoning and mapping of properties came as a result of that project. So we have a very elaborate, and it's a pilot project for the African Development Bank. So they want to use this model to replicate in interventions in other ports in other countries.
Jobate highlighted